Good Shabbos, everyone. Tonight on this Shabbat, it's very nice to start with some good news. The vaccinations are working. CDC data is now showing daily infections are finally going down across the United States, down 25% over the past 2 weeks. When the last mini-surge began in early March, only 21% of the U.S. adult population had been vaccinated. Today, we're just over 42%. But experts are worried by the vaccination rate more than they are by the infection rate. Because the vaccination rate of Americans peaked earlier this month and is now starting to fall. Less and less Americans are willing to get the vaccine. It's a slump that officials have attributed to vaccine hesitancy. My friends, if I would have told you a year ago at this time, when we were locked down in our homes, in this sanctuary, I'll never forget, here it was just the cantor and me and Philip. That was it. And if I would have told you a year ago that a year later, on April 30th, 2021, not only would we have a vaccine, we'd have 3 vaccines, and that it would be so easy to get the vaccine. What an incredible miracle we have all experienced over the last year. And today, the United States, we are one of the few countries in the world which supply is now outpacing demand. You've seen it too. My email inbox, my text, I get text every day begging me to come to get the vaccine, even though I got it months ago. Energy Stadium, you can just show up now. You don't even need an appointment. Drive by there and you'll see there are very few cars. 3 weeks ago, Beth Yeshurun led a vaccine clinic with a local church in the Jewish Family Service. We had to beg people to come in and get the vaccine. In America today, they can't give it away. To encourage people, there are stories of clinics across the country giving out savings bonds, raffle tickets, donuts, even beer to get people to get the vaccine. Harris County officials yesterday are considering vaccine promotion concerts, fireworks shows, gift cards, and Jose Altuve bobblehead dolls as incentives. I should have waited. Yes, most other countries in the world, India, most of Europe, Canada, our northern neighbors, they would love to have this problem. But today, as easy as it is to get a vaccine, 25% of American adults, according to the latest surveys, say they're not going to get the vaccine. I'm often shocked. Smart, educated people who refuse to get vaccinated. Now, tonight, I'm not speaking to those who have medical challenges. If your doctor says you can't get a vaccine, I get it. Please don't. But tonight, I am speaking to those who can safely get vaccinated but don't because they don't think it's necessary. I hear 2 arguments from these people. Number one, even some of our members tell me, Rabbi, don't worry. I take precautions. I don't need to get a vaccine, and I'm not too worried about COVID anyway. I know plenty of people who got COVID, and they're fine. Nothing could be further from our tradition. As a rabbi, let me offer some wisdom from our sages. In one parallel example, we're taught that if there's a barrel of potentially dangerous water, and in the Talmud they tell us 9 people drink from it and are fine, a 10th person should still not drink from that barrel. Yes, even if you know 9 people who have not been vaccinated, got COVID, and didn't die from COVID, you as the 10th person should still get vaccinated because of the possible danger to your life. You are not following the values of our religion by allowing yourself to live in such danger by refusing the vaccine. Yes, there are millions of people who will never get vaccinated and still not get COVID or not get so sick if they do get it. But that still doesn't protect you. Instead, today, thank God, we live in a country, in a place, in a time where we have something that has proven to offer such great protection. Just look at life today in Israel, where 80% of the adult population has been vaccinated. Normal life has returned. We can get there too. The tradition again and again tells us don't rely on miracles, to the point where they even say in the Talmud something very interesting, that even the most righteous person in the world should not walk by palm trees on a very windy day. Meaning, no matter how safe you think you may be, don't rely on miracles. Our heritage has always been clear: meet God halfway. There's something that can out there that can protect your life. Judaism says take advantage of it. And number two, I also hear a second argument from those who refuse to get vaccinated. An argument even echoed by a United States senator. This past week, Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin downplayed the need for the COVID-19 vaccine. A leader downplayed the vaccine. He said in a radio interview, Johnson, who he himself contracted and recovered from the virus last fall, suggested that he doesn't need the vaccine, contrary to public health guidelines which have recommended everyone receive the vaccine, no matter if you had COVID or not. And then this senator also added an argument I hear from other people as well. He said, what is it to you? You've got a vaccine, and science is telling you it's very, very effective. So why is this big push to make sure everyone gets a vaccine? I don't need to. If you have a vaccine, quite honestly, what do you care if your neighbor has one or not? What do you care if your neighbor has one or not? You got the vaccine, you are safe. I can choose what I want to do with my body, my life. That's like saying I can go drive 100 miles per hour on the loop, drunk, texting, all at the same time, because all that matters is my life. That's an argument that is also so un-Jewish. Because our tradition emphasizes again and again that we need to take responsibility, not just for the well-being of ourselves and those in our lives, but for all of us. As the Torah commands us, do not stand idly by the blood of your neighbor. Understood to mean that we, as responsible human beings, responsible citizens, responsible Jews, that we need to do everything we can to safeguard the health of others, strangers, all members of the greater community. The rabbis tell us, don't separate ourselves from the community. We all have the responsibility to our community to guide our values and our decisions, to honor the most basic of values. Do not harm. Do not harm your neighbor. Yes, scientists estimate that achieving herd immunity would require between 70 and 85% of the U.S. population to be vaccinated. We could get there. But if 25% of adult Americans don't get vaccinated, we won't. We'll never reach herd immunity. Those of you who are holding out, you are stopping us from reaching that important milestone. And in so doing, you are truly harming all of us. Like many of us who are vaccinated, I have enjoyed the last several months, getting to do many of the things that I miss without worrying nearly as much. But we're still not where we want to be. We all want to live our lives, not worrying about this coronavirus. High holidays are just a few months away, and I know you share my hope that we can be in this sanctuary with as many people as possible in a safe and effective way. Tonight, let me be clear. To those who are refusing to get vaccinated and can, you are not only putting yourself and your loved ones in danger, you're also putting all of us in danger. You have a responsibility to yourself and to other people. Please, think about others, do the right thing, go get vaccinated. Give yourselves and others the gift of life. And let me end with a prayer that we thank God that we have reached this moment where all of us 16 and older can easily get a vaccine that can save lives. And soon enough, our middle school kids will as well. And then later, even our youngest of children. Avinu Shabbat Shemayim, our Father in heaven, with gratitude and thanksgiving to you, the healer of repairable hearts and restorer of brokenness, appreciation and thanks for inspiring the medical teams and the scientists, granting them the wisdom, knowledge, and expertise to prepare this vaccine for all of us. May it be your will that with my vaccination, I will be granted the ability to heal and keep safe humankind and be granted the privilege to fulfill the mitzvah of one who saves a life. Blessed are you, God, healer of all who are sick. And to this, let us say, Amen.